Okay, so I'm back in Photoshop, and if you're still working with the crop tool, just click the move tool and it goes away from that. So at this point I want to bring up my layers. Hopefully you remember this from the last exercise, but if you've forgotten or you can't find them and you just don't know what to do, by the way, I'm going to hold down the space bar tool. Why is this not working? Ha, it's not working. How nice. Never mind. Let me hit Shift F. Now it works. Of course, Shift F again. Yeah, I'm going to move this over here. Move my layers over here so you can see everything. So if you don't have your layers or they're gone, again, go to Window, Layers. If you don't have your tools, go to Window, Tools. Okay, anyway. Let me show you the wrong way to do this first. So before I go any further, I'm going to take my background and copy it by just dragging it down like that. So now I have a background copy. In other words, see I have the exact same copy again. What not to do, don't do this, but I'll just, oops, what I'm going to do is show you. If you go to Image, Adjustments, Brightness, Contrast up here, and there's other ways to do this too, like with levels. This is what not to do again, because there's a better way, and I'll show you why in just a minute. Obviously, this makes the image, at least in my opinion, it's like using a variable contrast filter in the darkroom, if you know what that is. I just feel like that looks so much better than the original. The problem is it's adjusting the specific image. Let me show you a better way. Instead of doing this, let me trash that. What you're going to do is come down here to the bottom where you see this like little yin yang symbol thing, and you're going to go to brightness contrast there, and you'll get this up here. And look at that, there's brightness contrast all over again, and I can go ahead and do the exact same thing in the adjustment layer, but here's the fundamental difference. This is an adjustment layer, so what that means is that if I make the adjustment layer invisible, the image will regress back to what it originally was, and I can always adapt this. So if I decide to later on change my brightness and contrast for some reason, this layer is still there, and I can always go back and adjust it. So you can see how very easy it is to take the time to clean this up. So if I notice something later, I can't do that if I just make a new layer and adjust the actual layer, whereas I can do it here. And I just think it gives you much better results in general. So thought I'd mention that. Now keep in mind that there are other things you can do, like so in addition to brightness contrast, you can add more adjustment layers. So here's my levels. And if you're like, okay, wait, hang on a second, why is it not showing up? Let me do that here. So yin yang, oh, I think I went to the wrong place. Levels, so there's a level layer, and I can adjust everything there as well. See? And honestly, like I guess I could play around a little bit with both to really talk about what these do, but I just want you to be aware of their existence, and I want you to kind of play around with them a little bit yourself. So instead of going up to image adjustments, just always remember to go instead to the adjustment layer button. And look, you have so many different things. Like here's exposure, which I don't really use that much, but see what that does. Okay. I just don't like what that's doing there. And if I don't like something, even if it's a disaster, I just delete it and it's gone. Whereas I feel like this and this, look at that. Let me just show you what a huge difference, right? So that's how you work with adjustment layers in a nutshell. All right.